I'm first Appiah kese we sana CBO Express GTV so ne nyine ni aba ba hye bosom foforo mu ati ase July edi aponya kopọ mu abosom we enye nkunum de bosom efa wa ye nyina enimu na Appiah Studium mu nsem no nanam so kra President Mahama His Excellency President so akasa adi komo ba ko meru miesa bi de nyina aba ba som we platform so batin on yetie san komo we from Bishop Lumba Emra
sa baba be otu na obi panimu bi afrew Appiah ha adwen ba nye how ha adwen ho ne ye behwe e de aka asemi obi panimu na afrew so pese otu kwan entibra ono wo nkomo ugodru ya wotu no in the first place there na about him say record all na nteba
e busy for the safety a man be say for the safety say be ya obi ni ne boninti na no obi
ndina ne wo kofu adam for we we safety there na wo kofu do ma me kranza Appiah Studium afren wo ta so mesi no de mekwe
okay
do phone no say bi utwa wie ye na wu ye no okun no ti go ntongone Natinka on to phone ngone we safety ni be dey
o video no ye ka say for safety for safety ni dey wo mu say imagine the girl don't have a video of that man aka wo dey aso na be ka fast ansem yo okay in all o me no dey o maye no Appiah Studium ye ne yere awaware ye dey sadi na be ne dey e baba yo didi girl no ofi say die dey bi di ni ba be ne dey ababa wa no so ye dey sadi ni papa e be ne dey eno no come we say ye hwe Appiah Studium was not right. Appiah Studium did not treat the girl right. What Appiah Studium did no say ya bruchira ka ba now akane to so ayen say na we say anye bold esa be ka say na ya video ni to kosi wo bi na me ka chew say ya advance say developed countries ni bi Appiah Studium aka shiki by this time because the other girl dey fast no enye sa na ye ade one bu girl no one respect girl no me say gay we man who kwam Appiah Studium ni ye bibia ka be me ya papa dey America sa because Appiah Studium afa ni die ma girl no eto na bia wo sika de but ade ba ko so unya ka ho ye nyansa cause unim nyansa bia ma wa dwum say wo se wo fa girl bia by force e wo so woni dipanya talking stage by force wa be sika ba dan wo settings anya na wadi wachi sebe na akonya kwan wa ho ena ma wo hunu nyansa Appiah Studium, you are not that big man. Who said that you big man say bro so. So what you say sometimes know how to do your things. Appiah Studium anya de Bishop Lumba me kan okra kire obi panyin mu afre o baabi. Appiah Studium I already so person obo ankrofon office. No inviting crofon no office wo. Dan je onja hotels na okwa kuhye amaba awa no. If we say I have information na so me de ba be somo about ono our this side enti wo njai sa enye fe sa na Ghana fo panifo ni bebre eye airtime ye ka say airtime no mu njai because enye sa na ene ma efa so da what I say enye sa na ene ma efa so da tinam so ama menu abema ba ko bi kura so ye video bi e kire ne say na wo say pa na e ya pasa ko pege na dipa de ne WhatsApp asa because enye ne sa WhatsApp kra
say no press line na ko ye dia wanu wo
o ka me fese video o say
no press line na ka ko ya
o ma konta o ma no na me nyire mo adwaman
wanu wo na me kra me say me kra hwi hye mbotom
ene chem rap okay chem say
na me o fe o yak ma hu kra ma chese me hu dia me nya me hu kra onim aha ye pete onim ye pepe bi
when the last time o dey law we ba e wo
na me nwale ya
Madam, also there the fatu trees who are from 4 bed 30.
Enu akra wa pe oba. Ejime kan so de no.
Omudi sa enkomo because it doesn't work like that. Masa mama mama no so respect because they too they deserve that amount of respect. Discussion because we have no crowd to association.
Oh. Adia ato me bra.
Kan wadwene o.
na so o kan adwene o be ka wo de
what do you can rough say bia wa.
Hey we dey warning now because
tell me man warning because the minia penny Appiah Studium atuni
atono and I say atom me no because Appiah Studium so e justification say get na say record
because on a minimum to no asem na atom.
Okay
right
okay
What the woody?
A Fabino, Miniano Anyade.
Appiah Studium.
Yes.
Didn't know why idea.
Who say, Ubuanko for, and I no crack. 2% Ubua Babawi, and I want to Sadia friend, so I'm brand money meeting. Or buy also on for boot air condition, my fat, or bet us with the
According to Obano.
Okay, according to Obana, so Obana something here come on.
Yeah, but also or say.
Mr. Speaker, Obana,
you can say Obana say.
As to your friend, okay, Obana say.
Good.
Appear say on for
exactly.
Both air condition room, yeah, not buying with the dinner.
We answer no.
Maybe appear buying. Oh, again, when you man go. So again, come on. So when you man go Obano, and the common so escape accident say, risk one force. Now, the
I say now Obia sending this guy.
No, the trigger.
No, the trigger say, on her say, saying,
tactics.
Because also on no him
and the funny tactics.
On him say 2000.
Yeah, come on to talk good, Cassia Pan, yeah, for lift planner, scanning a beer bag in Mexican, 2 near to me, and I would come on Hennessy, and do the day, now be a bit missy. You see, Munya Akoma, Edishaw, Bana, Wabania Dinina, the only thing I'm Appiah Studium Koya, according to Gary say, young comedy.
Yeah, my girl, no, as I call back.
Appiah Studium Janwako, I want to get also Janwo, I call China for some 15 minutes without the ADB.
No,
so bet me actually me 15 minutes there. Why can't you spend 2 minutes in my room?
Okay.
But you know what? And then
but what is the guarantee that Appiah Studium catch and so on?
I'm talking about the girl.
According to the account of the girl.
So even post in the press sample now. And maybe I come remember them my rape your pain. And maybe I go hotel, I go share them and need your money pain. The baby says, no, quiet there only them. Who by now reception no restaurant anymore. I think that is what again a Jesus said, me call them more. But in reality, Appiah Studium crying for girl and kokota. Baby, a machine be money be for and I'm a castle but Tiami Brapeni.
Okay.
You know why? A young was too much.
Recording no yard door.
Too much. Too much. Yeah, because I said, oh, we naked video. I'm the memory. Me. Said you so they say, yeah, I blame me.
And when you say Appiah Studium left the girl because we are on notice, say, girl, no a video. No.
No, Appiah no. Oh, but young.
Yeah.
Ena ade no ekọ so saa na obegina so ma me kakra so wate ase na no ena nam so kra ema go bi so drop another video o confirm say we Appiah Studium ni suban no
Appiah Studium mo abena na ode boa girl no Appiah Studium go share me Golden Gate when she and Golden Gate or channel no why aka or two ayampia papa say wo na me pe
enti wo chense mu e de afa Appiah Studium de suban akakra e wo ho no
wa ma wa mpene no she am Golden Gate when she no be aka da be hwe me DM emu voice notes emu ayi Golden Gate she am Golden
say what ma say ti enye easy utu say ade ni nye easy kra
Gate she am Golden Gate
one also share Golden Gate
Appiah Studium o pa omna bonti meka se meboa magimi se o maame
Odopo evidence kakra gewe o ye popular on TikTok o say Appiah Studium ni suba no metimi hu se ye say asem no kure hu kura etwa asem no bi na ye de aye enokure lawyer ababonti ababedi nkoba according to lawyer chirimu o say may you sue Ibrahim Mohammed's name and President Mohammed's name and fan could dig girls no may you sue President Mahama Din and for your selfish gains. If you want to help people open an office or visit orphanage, they are melo to Appiah Studium. Everybody say come away. Asa, don't use His Excellency President Mahama any Din and find your side with Yame and America. Now President Mahama so baby Din come kaka dia fa fraud no na say no Din come no de chire.
We just finished an aerial tour of Accra to inspect the flooded areas. Unfortunately, the flooding has been very extensive today for several reasons. One, the recorded rainfall today is one of the highest in several years. The Meteo looking at approximately 140 millimeters that was dumped on Accra. Last year, the maximum rainfall was 56 on a single day. And so the volumes are much higher. And so there are many issues to the flooding in Accra. There's climate. If you look at the rainfall pattern from 2024, 2025, 2026, you see that increasingly every year we're getting more rain in Accra than we used to get. GMET said that in 2024, for a period of 30 days in June, we had 85 millimeters of rain. And then in 2025, it increased to 172. And then in 2026, for the same 30-day period in June, it increased to 333. And so the waterways are not getting a chance to recover before more rain is dumped. And the wet days are more. Out of 30 days, 22 days, it kept raining. And so there were only 7 dry days or 8 dry days in June. And so that's the climate side. That is an act of God that we can't control. But then there's also the engineering and the man-made causes. That is, like I said before, Accra is built between 2 natural bodies, the Kwapim Mountain Range and the Atlantic Ocean. And before Accra was built, the streams used to flow through this plain to reach the sea. Now, the British brought the capital to Accra, and in those years it was not a problem because Accra was a very small city. But as the population continues to increase and people continue to build, it restricts the path of the streams on their way to the Atlantic. So that's an engineering problem. We need to see how to open the channel so that the water can pass. But then there's also the other aspect, which is attitudinal and human behavior. That is dumping garbage in the drains, putting all kinds of items in the drains after we finish creating waste. Instead of sending it to the appropriate place, even in the air, we discovered many illicit dumping sites where the wetlands are. People have gone to create a waste dumping ground, and they charge 20 cedis for the Abubuya to come and fill the waste into the wetlands. And when it has filled sufficiently, they sell the land to people to come and build on it. And so we need to, one, look at it from an engineering perspective in terms of how we can open up the channels, but at the same time, look at how we can identify all the buildings that are obstructing the waterways. We've said this many times. I'm tired of hearing it. But anytime you begin to take action and you start breaking houses, people think that government is inhumane. But when the problem arises like this flood, it affects everybody. And so all of us have been affected because of the conduct of a few people blocking the channels and preventing the water from passing. And so we'll call a National Security Council meeting. We're asking every district to identify, together with the Works and Housing Ministry, where the blockages in the channels are as they pass through the district assemblies, so that we can earmark those places for removal. We'll not only break the houses, we have to move the rubble out of the way, because there's no use breaking a house and leaving the rubble in the waterway. It's just the same as leaving the house. And so it's going to be quite a major issue in order to resolve the problem of Accra. But ultimately, the other solution will be to decongest Accra. And that's why we're planning that we move some of the city out, that is the major government departments, and then also create a new center of growth so that our people will start building outside Accra in a new city, instead of everybody looking for some space in Accra to build. So, but that's a long-term solution. Like I said, it's a 20-year project.
President Mahama Akasa. But anijie ni awirokwa asem o nyina se wa ya ade e won the kasa enimu. Baraka de dikan. I was so pa his excellency the former president. Eye adudankwa akofo ado as echa. Because sometimes no ma be brave and am the year politics the good ni so. And one who says I no money nyina no. E hia good measurement. There be American politicians, they are the worst people I yen mo be able to me agi wona di, but it's live. Search is live. Over subscribe, like, share, comment, be share be my crowd. Bye bye.